All right. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me, Tommy? Tommy, can you hear me? Tommy, are you there? Can you hear me, buddy? Tom? All right. How we
Hey,
doing?
Case, I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you. Can
Let's
you hear
see if
me?
I can figure out the speaker here. Okay, I got it. Let's try and
Can you hear me now, brother? All right. So
all
while we
right.
figure this out, I'll welcome
Yeah,
everybody.
can you hear me okay, Case? Thumbs
I
up.
can hear you.
Okay.
Yep, you're good. Can you
So
hear
the
me?
headphones are selected properly, but
All right.
let's
So
try
can you hear
this.
me now? Can you hear me? Yes, no, yes, no.
I'm gonna
All right. Well, while he is trying to figure out why he can't hear me, I am going to.
All right, you there,
Uh,
Case?
I'm here. I'm here, brother. I'm here. I'm here. Welcome to the USDJN
All right.
podcast, everybody. It's
So
our
let's see.
weekly edition,
Get the camera going. Everything's going here.
and he's there. So, just like everything, just a little bit of tweaks, tweaking everything out. But it's just that's the way it goes with live everything. So, welcome everybody to the USDJM podcast. My name is KC. We are without Rob today, which could be why we're having a glitch or two, because he can generally work these things out without a problem. A couple of housekeeping things. Thank you once again to Blizzard Pro for hosting our Milwaukee DJ meetup last weekend with JBL. That was fantastic. We had a great time. Thanks for all the Milwaukee DJs that came out. If you weren't there, you definitely missed out. This month, I am on the road in 4 different cities. We're going to be at Wedding NBA in just about a week and a half in beautiful Las Vegas at the Convention Center, and we're going to be doing a breakfast meetup there. And then the following week, we're going to be in Orlando for the Orlando DJ meetup that we are hosting. And then we're going to be in Pittsburgh the week of Thanksgiving. And then we're going to head to New Jersey to be at Chickies and Pizza in Bordentown, and then back. And then we are home for the month of November. December in Chicago, we'll be having our annual toy drive. So we hope that you will join us there. A couple weeks ago, or I should say about 2 weeks ago, we launched our online store for very cool DJ lifestyle t-shirts, where you can check those out, and you can find that on marquishow.com/store. And lastly, we have signed the contracts with the hotel for the 2026 Marquee Conference in Chicago. So tickets are also available there. Can you hear me now, Tommy?
Yep, we're good to go, buddy. Thank
All
you.
right,
Sorry about that.
fabulous. So I've had the pleasure of knowing our guest today, our guest lecturer, our guest, whatever you want to call it, presenter, friend, colleague, Mr. Tom Daddazio, for what? Probably 20 plus years now, wouldn't you say?
Yep. First time I
Yeah.
had the pleasure of meeting you was when we competed against each other in the Entertainer of the Year competition in Atlantic City.
Yeah. But
And
that's got
that
to
was
be
96.
okay. That was a minute or two ago. We were like,
Yep.
what, 5 years old maybe at the time,
Yeah.
maybe?
Just a little
Um,
shy of that.
Yeah, and Tom has been he was a regular when he had a traditional DJ service. He was a regular at all of the shows. We used to see each other all the time and had breakfast, lunch, and dinner together and such, and became good friends. And Tom's business has been up, down, sideways. He's been in the industry, out of the industry, and he has a very unique DJ style company now where he works with bars and restaurants doing game shows and bar trivia. And that is what, 95% of your business now, would you say?
It's 100% now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? That's probably accurate. DJing, I held on to one weekly account where we
Okay.
still service one location, and we only do about 5 to 10 select mobile parties a year. So about 95% is accurate.
Okay. And so, how many bar jobs then do you do a week?
So as it stands right now, this week, November 3rd, we are at 67 venues a week. or 60,
67
67
different
shows. Yeah.
67 shows. Okay.
Yeah.
That's you do the math, everybody. 67 shows times 52 weeks in the year is a lot. A real lot. And Game Show Palooza is something that you created pretty much from trial and error, correct?
Yes. I used to do paper and pencil for
Right.
years to subsidize the mobile. When I was doing mobile parties, we would do the bar restaurants during the week so that we found some weekday money, which, as everyone knows, is typically more difficult to come by. So we did Trivia Palooza. And, what made Trivia Palooza a little different is the way we incorporated the music rounds and the physical challenges. And then I stopped. As you know, I got out of the business for a period of time, and when I came back, I found this software, and I was able to do creative things with it. So through trial and error of tweaking the right show, the right timing, the right different types of questions, we came up with something that's very engaging, um, very inherently fun, just in the way the game operates, and it's something that uh, also encourages teams to play. And
Okay.
that seems to be we hit on something that seems to strike a nerve, and it's building pretty quickly in our area.
Very good. And the nice part about what you're doing is while it may not be the thousands and thousands of dollars of a wedding or a mitzvah or what have you, it's a steady, would you say 62 or 67?
67, yes.
67, pretty much count on 99% of it income regularity throughout the year, with the exception of what Philadelphia Eagles going to the Super Bowl might screw that up.
Exactly. Well, the Eagles aren't as bad because we don't do too many shows on Sunday. But when they
Okay.
play on Mondays and Thursdays, that puts a crimp in it. But when the Phillies' last run here although it was short lived, things like that, the irregularities, holidays, it's basically a vertical unless
Okay.
there's some kind of a special event that
Right.
that trumps what we're doing.
Gotcha. Very good. And all we have to do to compete against LA is spend another $1 billion on a team, right?
That's correct. That is
So,
correct.
which I got to tip my hat. This was a great series, 7 games, and they both fought. And I have to say, while Toronto lost, I don't feel like they got beat. They just
Yeah.
lost. So, and you got to again tip your hat because there was a significant difference in payroll, and Toronto really showed that they've got the testicular fortitude to go the distance.
Yeah,
So
they did. They
very
had him
much
on the
like
ropes.
Rocky.
Yeah, they
Yep,
had him on the ropes.
very, very much so. So, but that's it. So, kind of give us the background of what Game Show Palooza is. So, if somebody was saying, "Okay, I could use some midweek money,"
Mhm,
kind of give them an outline. I know that you've got your secret sauce and everything, but kind of give
mhm.
them an outline as to the way the program works and why somebody watching this should consider, um, being a part of it.
Yeah. So, what we first come from a place of partnership. We partner with venues, and we need them as much as they need us. So we're building a partnership with them. So in the beginning, we basically, when we come on board, we have a 3 to 4 week ramp up period where we do social media marketing, coming soon kind of thing. We give best practices out to the venues so that they can start promoting it on their end. And then we try to have the first show, the big launch, be crowded and kick things off properly.
And how do you
And
do
then
that with lots of prizes and lots of social media and such?
actually, not really a lot of prizes, a lot of social media. Yeah.
Okay,
Where we and it's been successful without the big prizes. We are in the works of creating a launch party where we're going to do t-shirt giveaways and things like that. But up till now, we haven't done that. What we've done is just social media marketing, building anticipation, and then launching the first night.
okay,
What's been really uh, I guess working for us is the fact that it's such a unique product that no one has seen it before. So the
okay.
customers are surprised. And then whenever people are surprised, they tend to talk about it. So word of mouth travels like wildfire. And then the bartenders and the servers, they immediately link onto it because they can see that their night's going to quickly build. So then they get behind it. The management gets behind it. And generally between 3 to 5 weeks, we typically are able to build the night out pretty good, where we have a good base crowd of returning teams.
Very good.
Yep.
Okay. So you go in, you pitch this concept to the bar owner. What is it that that you have to do? Are you rewiring the bar? What exactly is is it a lot of electronics? Tell me, kind of walk me through all of the details of it.
Yeah. So no, it's actually, we tried to minimize everything, right? So every venue is different. Some venues have a singular operation where they have all their cable boxes and satellite boxes all in a rack system.
A video
And
matrix.
exactly. And
Right?
so what we do is we could either, depending on its placement, we can either hardwire, basically we call it hijacking one of their boxes. So if it's, satellite one, we just take the HDMI out of there. We either hardwire it into our laptop or use a wireless HDMI that we plug into. And now instead of it being satellite one, it's our system. And then they just send the signal to all the TVs. That's if we're fortunate enough to have a newer venue. Typically, that's not the case, right? So we have some venues that are old school. They have cable boxes behind every TV. It's one TV per box. So if that's the case, the wireless units that we use we can run one transmitter that can throw we can use 4 receivers. So we can do up to 4 different units off of one transmitter.
And you get that electronics store at Amazon. Where are you getting that?
Amazon. Yep.
Okay. Very good.
Yep.
So it's not like it's anything crazy. What's the cost on something like that?
So they come as one unit and the receiver. So it's a transmitter and a receiver. And I want to say it's $149 for that. And then each receiver that you buy separate, $79. And that runs the video aspect of it because it's very, very video heavy. The other part is the sound. And we either, if it's a house sound, obviously we just run, basically we use our self-powered speakers as mixers. So we can run the laptop and the microphone into the speaker, and then we just come out of the speaker, run it into the house if need be, or just use our speaker to run our sound.
Gotcha. Very good. Okay. And what is an advertised crowd for something like this? Are we talking about hundreds of people, like the national chain Bingo Loco? Are we talking, a couple of dozen, and the bar is happy? Because, what would be realistic for someone if they want to take this on, telling the bar, and listen, our goal is to get you to these many people?
Yeah. The first stage is we like to at least get between 25 and 30 people. That's step one. Then it becomes a feasible option. Then if we have return customers and we have between 25 to 30, that's the lowest tier. And then some places, we have 3 places right now where we average between 105 to 130 customers a night.
Okay, gotcha. That's a lot of people. 130 customers a night, all playing the thing.
That's right. All playing, and and you can imagine the energy's through the roof, and it's a lot of fun.
Gotcha. So when you say this, because I was just watching, you said the energy's through the roof. So you aren't like some guy in a corner. Like you try to build this so it is the Thursday night thing or the Tuesday night thing. It's not just a thing there like wings on a menu. You are only serving wings, meaning they're only serving Game Show Palooza. Game Show
Palooza, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Now you say it's Game Show Palooza versus Trivia Palooza. So what makes it Game Show versus your standard, bar trivia with pen and paper, other than what are they playing on their phones with an app or something? Or
so that's one of the unique things about our game. They're not playing with their phones. We actually invest in hardware. So they actually have game controllers that we give out. So when a team registers, we register their team name up on the board. they get their own game controller, and that's how they play the game.
So is it kind of like, is this almost like leagues, like a bowling league sometimes, or?
Well, to compensate for slow periods, we run leagues that ultimately
Okay.
becomes our tournament of champions. But
Okay.
typically it's just a standalone game that we just end up giving out gift certificates that the venue supply, and the inherent value is in the fun of it because of the wide range of games that we use to play. It's not just questions. There's puzzles, music, and bonus games all associated with it as well.
And is this primarily like a trivia based thing, or is there like action, like live action stuff? Do they have to get up and run around and feel silly and do things, or like what? Or is that just totally up to each individual operator?
Yeah, so we don't do any physical challenges. One venue we do because the very first place we ever started with, the manager had a great idea. In fact, we're coming up on our 3rd year this November. So in another couple of weeks will be our 3rd year anniversary. But when we first started this, SIP game or Squid Games was huge. So
Hmm.
the bar manager thought he wanted to do a play on words and do something called SIP Games, where we
Okay.
did physical challenges. So I was just launching this product, and I thought, well, why don't we do something separate? We'll have gift certificates for first, second, and third of the of Game Show Palooza, and then we'll take the top third of the teams that will compete in the SIP games where they did
Okay.
various physical challenges. Now, that's not our normal product. There's only one place we do that in. So typically, everything's built into the game. We don't do anything separate outside of that.
Okay.
And one of the things, Casey, that we're trying to rely on, we want something. I wanted to get involved with something that we could scale. So when you start to get into relying on the host's ability to pull games off,
Hmm.
becomes a lot more difficult to scale. I like this game. I like this uh, uh, this approach because the game is the meat and potatoes, and the host is the icing. So
Okay.
the host keeps it moving, keeps up, just keeps the game flowing. And if the host sets up every question properly, so everyone knows exactly what to do next, that's typically all we require. They don't have to be real strong personalities.
Okay. Gotcha. And so, what would you say across the country for, let's say, Monday through Thursday, a budget should be that a bar should be able to afford you to pay this?
You hit the nail on the head, right? So, depending on the market, that has everything to do with it, right? I would say we try to rival. We want to stay within the same ballpark as other trivia shows, or say solo artists. A basic solo artist. Those are usually the type of uh, entertainment. That's the type of entertainment they're looking for to fill those off nights. So if you can
Okay.
stay aligned there, that's a good starting point. And
So, would
then
you say
once
that is nationally 500,
you know,
300?
I don't know. You know, that's a great question, Case. I don't know it. I don't know the national market, but if I had to guess, I would say anywhere between 3 to 500, probably a good starting
Okay.
point. Yeah.
Gotcha. And without being too nosy, like percentage for payroll, like breaking down the numbers. And I don't mean to get into your pocket, but
Yeah,
everyone's
that's okay.
wondering, where's the money at?
Yeah, sure. So basically, I'm just right around. We hover right around 50% on payroll, right? We
Okay.
keep our margins are tight, and obviously it's how we scale the model is built for scaling. So,
Okay.
yep.
Gotcha. Very good. And then is it, do you find, let's say, similar to television, if I go into four of your bars this Thursday magically that are close to each other, are they all playing the exact same game? Same
Yes.
question, same everything? Okay. So it's like
Yeah.
TV. You're broadcasting the Friends episode on NBC Boston, NBC New York, NBC Chicago.
That's right. We need to have separation from day to day. So typically, most shows are 7 to 9, 7:30 to 9:30. They're 2-hour shows, and they're usually all within the same window. So we
Okay.
don't have people hopping. However, we do have a lot of people who go to shows on Monday, then they'll go to some of our places on Tuesday. So what we do is create a new game every day.
Okay. So there's fresh content every day, so no one has to worry about. They may play the same game, but it's like Family Feud, different questions every time.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Very good. And the subjects and such that are brought up, is it everything from history to politics to movies to sports, or how do you determine what, or is that what's the formula kind of?
Yeah, so we don't have a strict formula. We like to do a wide variety of questions. We try to stay away from any hot topics. We don't want to do. We want to keep it light and fun. That's
Okay.
another part of who we are, right? Keeping it light and fun, light and fun. So we don't do anything heavily political, but we will ask questions of questions might be who was the 23rd president of the United States or something like that. That's very generic, but we try to stay away from any hot topics.
Okay. Gotcha. And as far as the staffing goes, you obviously don't have to be a DJ. You just have to have an outgoing personality and be able to what? Kind of click a few things on a with a mouse.
Yeah, what we found, people that are familiar with Windows products, the software runs almost like PowerPoint. So people that have a familiarity with Windows products work best. And
Okay.
really, all we need is a willingness to want to be trained.
Okay.
Because the great thing about the game, when we're entertaining as a DJ, you have to improvise, you have to think fast on your feet, you have to read the room, you have to do yep, experience really helps you as an
Mhm.
entertainer, as an MC. Where
Okay.
here now, of course, it helps you here as well. But as I said, the game is the meat and potatoes here. So if you are reading the game, reading the questions, know the question and how it's supposed to flow, and you're setting it up, that's really all you have to do.
Okay.
Is keep everyone engaged, because the game is going to keep everybody engaged by the score, the placement. Where are we? Are we in first? Are we in second? Every time we flash the leaderboard, then they can't wait to see, okay, what's the next question? What are we doing next? So the host's job is to keep that all organized, and then let them know what's going to happen and how to do this question or how to play this bonus game.
And what is the advantage of you having your own hardware as opposed to doing like an app on the phone?
Yeah. So
And
one,
I'm
we
sure
don't
there's
have.
people that are going, it just seems I'm not buying $3,000 worth of crap.
That's correct. And a lot of people, tried to talk me out of it in the beginning, especially software oriented folks, right? Because the way to scale is to limit the hardware. But just having a lot of bar experiences myself, and I owned a bar, right? So just being around the industry and knowing people, they don't want to. They There's a couple of things. One, they don't want to be having to rely on their phone to answer a question when on wing night. So they're eating wings, their hands are greasy, and then they got to try and touch their phone to answer a question.
So they can
But
get their greasy chicken finger wings all over your stuff.
well,
Okay.
it's built to last, and we wipe
That's
them
how
down.
COVID started. It all
Yeah,
started with greasy chicken wings in China.
so we're pretty good about wiping the equipment down and making sure it's not greasy.
Okay.
But the other thing is, we don't need Wi-Fi. So depending on the venue, if the Wi-Fi is not good, then you're going to have glitchy products, and people aren't going to be able to answer, and they're going to get booted off, and it just disrupts the whole flow of the game. Here, it's self-contained. We have a receiver, and the controllers send the signal to the receiver. It's all self-contained. We don't need Wi-Fi. So because it's self-contained, that eliminates a lot of headaches. Um, and that's another big reason as well. We don't need Wi-Fi to do this.
Do you have one of your controllers with you by chance or no?
I do not. It's
Okay.
if you flash the logo, it's up in our logo. I saw you had you had
Yeah.
it up on the screen.
Yep.
It's part of our logo, and you
Here we
could see
go.
it. Yep, with the
So is
orange
it,
button. Yep.
here we go. So is Is it? Well, it's not the phone then, right? What is it exactly?
No, so it's just imagine it's a black remote control with an
Yep.
orange button there at the top, and then
Okay.
6 letters.
Okay.
Yep,
Gotcha. So it looks like a phone kind of, but it's not.
correct.
Okay. Very good. And then those get, what are those? You plug them back in at the end of the night for the next day, and they're just self-charged, like LED everything.
Yeah, we use pro cell Duracell batteries, so we don't even recharge them.
So they're not even rechargeable like an iPhone.
Yep, no, very very low voltage. The batteries last forever, and
Okay.
we seem to have great success with them.
You just need to make sure you turn them off at night.
There's no on and off switch. Even better, dare I say they're dummy proof. Right, you just put them
So
right back into the
they
case.
work like a kinetic watch. Once they're moved around, they click on.
No, well, you got to hit the buttons. They only are on when you're hitting the button.
Okay. Interesting. Very
Yeah.
cool. Okay. Um, so then who supplies the marketing? Who supplies the prizes? Tell me like how the breakdown of responsibilities works.
Yeah. So we partner with them with our marketing, and now we've grown. Now I think we're over 6,000 followers, and we've partnered with a company called RF Entertainment, who's a booking agency out here that's very successful, and they've been instrumental with our growth as well. And so between them and us, we have a lot of exposure with getting the you know getting the venues promoted. We also have a weekly post that goes out every Monday, and also has the bonus we give bonus points if you answer the secret weekly question. So that drives people to the site that sees where we are, or where to the post that shows you where we are on which day. We seem to have success that way. It's mostly word of mouth, grassroots, and we try to funnel the traffic back to our page, and then we tag
Now, when you say your
the.
page, because I just looked on Facebook and I see there's an RF entertainment service. Is that the one you try to go to, or
No, we have Game Show Palooza is
okay?
our page, and you'll see our logo.
Game show Palooza. It's going up slowly. Here we go. Oh, I typed it in as one word. That's why. Game Show Palooza, Jukebox Palooza, Musingo, and
Mhm.
Family Game Entertainment. This is you.
Yes.
Very good.
What
Very
we've
good.
done is we've expanded the brand, because we now did the variations of the game. We have Game Show Palooza as our flagship program. Jukebox Palooza is music only, so it's all music based questions.
Okay.
Muzingo is our music bingo, and Family Game Night is we do physical challenges, and we do games geared toward all ages. So families have to play as a team to compete against other families. So the
Gotcha.
questions um, uh, and the physical challenges are all geared to families working together. And the questions, some are for gauged toward the adults, some are gauged toward the kids, some are gauged toward the teens, and so forth.
Gotcha. Excellent. So, like the questions for the teens are: which parent do you hate more, your mom or your dad? Is that kind of it?
We try to stay away from the hot topics, but you
Mm,
know that can certainly add a new element to the game for sure.
there you go. There you go. So you assist with the marketing on an organic basis with
Mhm.
your social media and your website and things like that.
Yep.
Do you collect emails from all these people then as well?
Not from all these folks, but we do. When we run our tournaments, we collect phone numbers and emails from the captains, so that we
Okay.
can send them the standings of our leagues and tournament of champions.
Okay. And then you give the bar owners all the graphics that they need to put onto their social media and such. And then from there, you just go in and you kill it, and then that's it. And all of the prizes are generally supplied by the venue itself.
That's right. We keep the prizes small, so and that's by design. So $25 gift certificate to the venue for first, 15 for second, and 10 for third.
Okay. Very good. And that's for the per team or per person?
Per team.
Okay. And is this more team orientated, like Family Feud style, or is it more independent generally?
We encourage team play. It's much more fun with teams.
But if I was in New Jersey, I could play by myself and try to beat down four people playing together.
Correct.
Okay. So you don't have to be a team. Gotcha.
Correct.
Okay. So it just sounds like the whole thing's just an interactive evening of fun, and that's where it is.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
gotcha. And so you make your living then trying to scale this up to 67 events a year. Like I said, let me do the math real quick because I'm being a nerd for everybody tuning in at home. 67 times 52 is a whopping, wait, I did that one. 67 times 52. You're doing 3,500 shows a year. Good
Yes.
God.
Yes. Well,
Man,
the
oh
great
man.
thing about it, back in when I was at my peak with the DJ business, I was running the bar. I had the bar. I had the weddings. We were doing 300 shows a year. 150 of those were weddings. Plus, I had the Spirit of Philadelphia, the Spirit of Baltimore. I'm trying to run all of that, and it was very difficult, right? So the lesson learned is I love the simplicity of the recurring events. We don't once we land one show, the host is permanent. Maybe the host needs coverage 2 times out of the year. It pretty
Right.
much runs itself when you're talking about that many shows. It's that the work is pretty much done once, and then
Okay.
it's just maintaining it after that.
And do your hosts work 1 day a week or do some of them work 4 or 5 days a week?
Well, it depends. It all depends on their availability. We
Right.
tend to put the effort in to train people. We ask them to at least be available Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They are our prime time, our
Okay.
our prime time slots. So we ask them to, at the minimum, to be available 2 of those days to make it worth our while to put in the training.
Okay. And how long do you think it takes somebody to be trained? A couple of weeks?
Yep, 2 weeks.
Oh, wow, that's pretty fast. So,
Yeah.
do they do like some classroom style work with you and then they're out on the road, or are they just kind of out on the road observing, playing, and then slowly maybe emceeing part of one game show?
Yeah, so it's evolved, right? So in the beginning, it would strictly be all out on the show, right? So I'd bring them to my house. I'd give them about an hour's worth of tutorial on the equipment, get their hands on it, show them the basics on how it works. And then they would go out on about 4 or 5 shows. Out on the shows, they can work the host remote so they get the pace of the game down. And then they could also start logging team names in on the computer. So little by little, they're getting experience with an experienced host. And then
Okay.
once they're ready, they can do, we have them start off with half a round, then a whole round. And then they do their own show with the host, mirroring them, shadowing them as they do the show. Now we were in the process of getting videos, links, and letting people study from home with the video links and getting familiar with the equipment and practicing in the safety of their home. I
Okay.
should say not safety, but the comfort, right? Instead of being in
Sure.
front of a live crowd. And then from there, they'll go out on the show.
Okay.
So it's
Now I'm
evolving.
going, cutting back to your thing. So is this all pretty much? I'm looking at your controller again. Is it pretty much multiple choice then? A, B, C, D, E?
Yes. So we have a
Okay.
mixture. We have a mixture of multiple choice and then fastest finger. So it's the first one to buzz in. So
Okay.
they're like word puzzles. Could be like a word search. Could be uh, like a Wheel of Fortune style where the tiles are spinning, and then once you think you know the answer, you buzz in. So it's a combination of multiple choice, fastest fingers, and a great part of our game is we have the bonus games where people get a chance to catch up just by getting lucky, by
Okay.
picking the right card or picking the right horse in the horse race, things like that.
Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, and if somebody wanted to get in touch with you because they like what they hear, how would they get in touch with you?
They could certainly email me. That would probably be the best. You could either send a message to Game Show Palooza on Facebook, or my name, Tom Daddazio, just spelled on the screen. You could send me a private message there, or info@GSP Events. You can send us an email, and I'm sure they'll forward it to me as well.
Very good. And do you have any intentions of trying to license this for other users across the country eventually?
Yes, that's exactly, that's exactly what we're trying to do to scale it, is have
Okay.
market affiliates that we can have everything be turnkey. Some of the exciting things that we've done is we have a host portal where, one of the driving forces of our marketing is we take pictures every night of the venues that we play at. We post the standings. We do a little write up. We put it in. We have a host portal where that gets uploaded and it gets automatically posted to social media, and so that's exciting. And we're trying to build it out, and we're very close to having it be turnkey, so that we can have some folks in other markets be the exclusive Game Show Palooza provider in that market.
And so how far away do you think you are from that happening?
I'd say 3 to 4 months. We're about
Okay.
3 to 4 months away.
So easily this could be something ready for summer of next year.
Absolutely.
Okay. Very good. All right, Tom. Well, I appreciate you coming on and sharing what's going on. And if you are a workaholic and you want to work 7 days a week, by all means, you could be doing something, this program or something similar to it, in the bars and restaurants during the week, and then still doing your traditional weddings, mitzvahs, corporate events on the weekends. Or if you're a club jock, that's it. Let me
Yeah.
take a quick look and see. Let me go back to see if anyone's got any questions. Rob said hello, and that's been about it. It's been kind of quiet today. It's cold, wet, and I don't think everyone's ready for the change of time yet. I didn't even know there was a change of time. I was focused on Halloween this weekend,
Mhm.
and we worked a concert all weekend. So I was so focused on that end that I woke up Sunday morning and thought my watch had stopped, actually, because the time was different. And
Yeah.
so I'm like, that's pretty weird. So that was
Well, I
that.
think it's not an event anymore. Our phones automatically update us, so the
Correct.
phones switch over. We don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, but I didn't see share posted on a wall anywhere, not even once. Not even one time. I wound up posting it Sunday morning saying, am I the only one that missed this? And I had like 4 or 5 friends that were saying, nope, we all missed it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that was that. Very good, Tom. Thank you so very much for coming on. And everyone else, make sure you check out USDJN. Click on .com, click on events. Tom's actually going to be out at our New Jersey disc jockey meetup. Tom was kind enough to get us in touch with our host property, Chicky and Pizza in Bordentown.
Awesome.
So if you wanted to meet Tom, you'll be able to meet him on the 25th of November, which is just like 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away, something like
Yeah.
that. So he will be out there. We also are going to have Pioneer out there. J-Maz is out there. Speaker Spear is out there. I forgot who else is out there, but we've got a bunch of different manufacturers. You can get all of the details at usdjn.com. Also, if you scan this little barcode, if you're watching it later, our little QR code that has the availability to go to the marquee show and get your tickets immediately. Right now, we have our early bird special going on where tickets are 50% off. So you're going to want to get them now and save your money. We are the last week of June here in Chicago. And that's everything, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in, Tom. Thanks for coming on. If you're
My
watching us
pleasure.
in the
Thank you, Case.
recast, in the replay on YouTube or whatever, go ahead and follow us at Facebook. It's probably the easiest way to get in touch with me. Other than that, thanks, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Tommy.
Great. Thank you, Case. Take care, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.